For those of you who used the last game plan that I posted, you should have had a phenomenal green week, buying SPY call options on the overall bullish trend, then switching to puts at our first zone to buy put options, which was the exact highs of the SPY this week, 688. We absolutely crushed it. I did not have one single loss this week. And all of my trades were on SPY call options, taking advantage of that bullish overall trend. And I was bottom ticking calls at the exact lows, meaning as soon as I got in on these trades, they spiked instantly 30 to 100% plus at the speed of light. G-Roar absolutely crushed it as well, with many, many wins, one of them being a 1000% return. Now, in terms of tonight's game plan, it is going to be the absolute best game plan. I'm going to be preparing you to trade the best setups at the best prices. If you were not green with the information that I provided, in terms of the last video, trading is genuinely not for you. In terms of this game plan, it's going to be even more simpler and easier to make profit heading into the market tomorrow. You guys are well aware that Fridays are known for being our absolute best trading days, and in terms of this game plan that I have for you, it is expected to be the absolute best game plan. We're going to get straight into the analysis, then I'm going to be going over the trades towards the end of this video. So in terms of the SPY, we are setting up for a highly predictable, lucrative trading opportunity. In terms of the overall pattern, we're going to start off with the weekly chart. Then we're going to go into the micro price action, daily chart, and 10-day, 30-minute chart. And I'm going to show you the most precise patterns that are currently in alignment with repeating in the best levels to be trading these overall patterns. And then towards the end, I'm going to be showing you the trades that I ended up having, because in terms of my trades, there was not one single loss, and I ended up bottom ticking calls multiple times throughout the week, meaning I'm buying the calls at the exact lows, and as soon as I get in, they're instantly spiking 30 to 100% before going higher or back to where they came from, and we are selling for profit and getting profit stopped out. So in terms of the weekly chart, let's get straight into this. This is the weekly chart pattern that I'm seeing, and based off the weekly chart pattern, it is saying that if the SPY gaps up or maintains towards that previous closing price, it is going to be a strong bullish trend day, and I'm going to show you how to determine and confirm that and give you the proper information to take full advantage of this. So in terms of the weekly chart, I want you to focus on just how these weekly candlesticks look like. It doesn't have to necessarily be the same color. Just look at the overall look in terms of how they look and how they're moving and how they're slanted. So take a look at this. You got this trend reversal weekly candle right here. You got this trend reversal weekly candle right here, right? And then it's starting to, downtrend slanted to the sideways, right? And then it's starting to downtrend slanted to the sideways. This red weekly candlestick looks nearly identical to this red weekly candlestick. And then you can see in terms of the next week had a very strong bullish overall week, closing very, very strong at the highs. For that to happen, we're really going to need to maintain towards that previous closing price of 684.48. But during the extended hours trading session, the SPY is currently gapping up and it is attempting to repeat that pattern. If you just study on what the SPY has been consistently doing, you're going to see right here, it had previous resistance right around here. This was the breakout, this was the retest, and when it formed this red weekly candlestick, next week was very, very strong and bullish, right? And then you're going to see this is the previous resistance right here. And then it had the breakout, drop back down to retest, right? The higher floor is now forming. And if you just look at this overall trend, I'm telling you, this weekly chart looks very, very similar. Sideways slant. And then I'm gonna zoom in on this right here. You're gonna see the similarities. I mean, even these two candlesticks looks very, very similar in general. This weekly candlestick look very similar, but in terms of identical, this is where it gets nearly identical. This weekly candlestick right here, this weekly candlestick right here. And then as you can see, strong, bullish, closing, trending week. What did I tell you the best thing to do was this week? Buy calls at oversold dips. Literally got you into the exact lows. And only buy puts at the overbought levels, which was 688. Literally got you into the exact lows on puts in the exact peak of SPY. There's not a single other trader on this fucking planet who is getting you in, giving you the best game plans well before prepared in advance, giving you the best strategies and information. Made it very, very, very clear to be buying those calls if SPY is above those previous day lows in the pre-market. It's not by accident that every single trade that I bought calls on was a win this week, and I bottom ticked all those calls, meaning as soon as I got in, they instantly spiked 30 to 100% at the speed of light. The timing was perfect. So, anyways, this is what we're setting up for: a strong bullish closing week and a strong bullish closing day. Now, for this to happen, we really need to maintain above that previous closing price, right? So that's the weekly chart foundation. It is signaling this red weekly candle, this red weekly candle, strong bullish week, squeeze the bears into oblivion, strong bullish week, squeeze the bears to oblivion, meaning the SPY is going to really try, heading into tomorrow, if we're above the previous closing price, and heading into next week to really try to retest the highs of these wick, the highs of these wicks. You could see it even went above. Look at this, above this red wick. It even went above the same week, above this red week, even went above. Tomorrow's going to be the absolute best trading day to be trading heading into tomorrow if you're trading alongside us. Now, I'm going to get into the daily chart pattern, which is in full alignment with the weekly chart pattern that's all signaling bullish as long as we're above the previous closing price. So take a look at this overall daily chart pattern. So in terms of this overall daily chart pattern, this is what it's signaling. And this is going to be key heading into tomorrow. So in terms of this daily candlestick right here, you see we got some previous resistance right here. We got a breakout, we got a retest, we got higher support that's now forming. You could see, this support is now above this resistance, which means if it maintains that floor towards that 683 level, instead of having this big move to the downside where it quickly drops from 683 all the way down to 677, it's going to have a big move to the upside, where instead of it dropping 6 points, it goes up 6 to 7 points, and it really starts to retest the previous weekly highs of that overall wick towards that into Friday and into next week, right? Now, in terms of the daily chart pattern, this is what it's signaling to me. It is signaling break and retest bullish daily chart confirmation. So in terms of the pattern recognitions, man, we got the best stack. I'm always showing up when the chart looks fucking perfect because I want you to win, and I want to show you that we have a system that can make you money if you follow the overall system, which means you have to wait for the chart to give the perfect story, the perfect picture. And then you have to know how to capitalize on that overall trend, on that overall picture, on that overall frame. In terms of how we're framing the overall market, you need the right information, you need the right levels, you need the right confirmations to confirm that all of these patterns are going to fucking repeat themselves, But you have to have the awareness to show up when the market looks perfect and choose to trade it when it just looks fucking perfectly, and sit out in terms of all the noise, all the chaos when it does not look good, right? If you study my last video, you see I gave you a clear game plan when everything looked perfect and it worked to a T. And here I am again, showing up later on throughout the week, giving you a clear game plan when it looks to a T. The market doesn't look like this every single day. But in terms of when I show up when there's money to be fucking made. And when there's a proven educational system that works, so you can clearly see how to capitalize on this, right? It's a proven system. Sometimes the market gives it to us every single day of the week, sometimes 2 to 3 days a week. So in terms of this daily chart, you're going to see right here, this is a green trend reversal daily candlestick, right? This is a green trend reversal daily candlestick. This is a green trend reversal daily candlestick. This is a green trend reversal daily candlestick, right? Every single fucking time, as of recently, it's been forming this green daily trend reversal candlestick. The next day is a strong bullish trend day. Strong bullish trend day. Strong bullish trend day, right? You can just visually see that overall pattern. It is clearly signaling a strong bullish trend day. And in terms of the weekly chart pattern, it was clearly signaling that it's going to try to close bullish into this week. And in terms of extended hours, we are currently gapping up. And in terms of the 10-day 30-minute chart pattern, dude, I'm giving you every single fucking pattern crystal fucking clear on every fucking time frame that I use. I use the weekly chart, I use the daily chart, I use the 10-day 30-minute chart. Look at the 10-day 30-minute chart. Is golden. Is absolutely golden. We have a WU formation forming on a break and retest. All we got to do is start breaking above this level and maintaining slightly below the previous closing price at 683, and we are going to run 6 to 7 points plus above those previous day highs. So with that being said, in terms of the overall 10-day 30-minute chart pattern, right? Let's get into that. You're going to see right here, we got the W. You see the W right there? And then you're going to see right here, look, we got the same similar W. Got a similar W forming right here, right? This one's a little more fucked up, but you can see the similarities. This price action right here looks very similar to this price action right here, right? So heading into tomorrow, using the 10-day 30-minute chart pattern, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on this price action. starting from January 20th up until January 27th. And in terms of where I believe we can be with this overall pattern, we can be on the verge of breaking out. If not, there should still be phenomenal oversold dip buying opportunities, which I will be giving you, right? So this is like the V to W pattern. It breaks out, it retests that previous resistance, it starts to crunch, and then it breaks out, right? And you can see right now, this is the V, this is the W pattern, starts to break out, starts to break out, starts to crunch, starts to crunch. Look, it's been crunching for 2 days, crunching at 2 days, crunching at 2 days, topping at the exact zone for puts. What was the first zone for puts? It wasn't down here. These were the levels for calls. These were the opportunities for calls. Buying towards the lows, bottom taking calls all fucking week. This was the level for puts I had given you right here, 688. You know, if you just went with puts at 688, you would have been the exact peak. It fucking crashed twice. Crash right here, break and retest right here during pre-market, break and retest out normal trading hours. Losing to personal choice when you could see the future before it's fucking created. We're literally living. We literally know. We fucking know, man. You know? You want to be the best fucking trader, you have to know. You have to know what's gonna happen before it fucking happens. You have to see it before someone else fucking sees it. You have to see the shit. You have to see the shit. You have to be the fucking glitch. If you want to make it within the market, you have to be the glitch. You know? You have to show up, be the fucking glitch, see it all before everyone else fucking sees it. And that's exactly what the fuck we've done. So, in terms of the game plan, we need to hold above that previous closing price for the bullish side of things. And in terms of where we are at within the overall market, we're either setting up for the breakout if we're holding that previous closing price, or we're setting up for an oversold dip buying opportunity if we're not breaking out, which I will be disclosing, right? But in terms of that first game plan, you need to understand for the SPY to have this move, so right now we're crunching above the V, above the W. So this is the V, this is the W, this is the breakout, this is the retest. It's forming higher support, higher floor for a couple days above that previous resistance, previous VWU, right? So in terms of our VWU, you can see it's right here, and that is going to be 684. Basically at our previous closing price, but another key crucial level we need to keep an eye on is 683. As long as the market is really holding above that 683, it's going to continue to try to break out, and retest, right? If not, there's still going to be an oversold dip buying opportunity for calls, which I will be disclosing. But in terms of where we could be at, you know, this was the V, this was the W towards this 684 to 683 range. We had the breakout to 689. Surely enough, we sold off at the first zone for puts. I didn't tell you to buy puts at any lower levels. I told you to buy puts at 688. So for anyone who wanted to buy puts, if they use the game plan, they should be green. And if you're green, you can click that first link down below in the description. You can join our group and you can print money all fucking day with us at the speed of fucking light. Losing is a personal choice when you know exactly when to buy puts at the exact peak on a bullish trend when bears are getting squeezed into fucking oblivion. So, got you into the exact highs on that. And like I said, man, if we're holding 683 to 684, we need to be going long. We need to be buying calls, right? So this is going to be the clearest game plan and the clearest information, right? So let me get into this. We're going to dissect this and we're going to go into the crucial levels. So extended hours, we have some break and retest that has not been tested during normal trading hours. So the prime level heading into tomorrow is going to be the previous closing price, 684.48, right? So 684.48 right here, your previous closing price. This is going to be your best level to be trading at heading into tomorrow. This 684.48, right around there, right around this zone. That's your best zone. And then the level below that is going to be 683. Very key. So this is what I want you to understand. The SPY is considered bullish as long as it's above 683. So if it's reacting bullish and it really needs to hold above 684, reacting bullish, you're going to want to be buying calls. If you're seeing, break and retest, if you're seeing green red green, green double red green, green bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, consolidation or breakouts for an hour straight, if you're seeing all the bullish confirmations, if it's gapping up, you're going to want to be buying calls. In terms of our levels for calls, we have 683, we have 684.50 gap close reversal break and retest during extended hours. Very special level is that 685 to 684.50 zone. If we're holding that zone, we're all going long. Now, in terms of this level, if SPY holds above 683 throughout the entire day, it's bound to go to 687 once it's confirmation that 684.50 is support, right? Now, this is what's going to happen next. If we're holding above 684, we're going to go to this level right here, and it's going to try to drop first. So keep this in mind. When the market hits, this is a break and retest level. Take a look. It's been working very, very well. A break and retest level was at our 688 level. It was the exact peak where the market had a massive drop. So let's get into this. You can see right here, this is a break and retest level. Right here, 689 to 688. This was support. When it cracked the support, it had a massive sell-off. It never went back up to it, which is why I told you once this gets back up to here, with all the information and game plan that I given you, that's where you're gonna want to buy puts. Surely enough, it was the exact fucking peak with red bearish candlesticks, red bearish candlesticks, red bearish candlesticks on a 30-minute chart, and forming resistance for multiple fucking hours. It's like green, double red, green, all these red, red, double green, red, all these red bearish 30-minute candlestick confirmations. You have to be an absolute fucking degenerate to be buying calls at our levels for puts, especially when calls banked at oversold levels. I literally told you the easiest thing you can do this week is just buy calls at the oversold levels, buy puts at the overbought levels. If you guys are red this week, trading's not for you. If you're red tomorrow, it just click the fuck off the channel. You're just wasting your time trading. But anyways, what you need to understand is you know, 687 is our break and retest level where the market is going to try to drop first. We just had a very nice drop at 689, sold off hard. And then our next break and retest level, you can see right here, there was a break and retest level of support at 684.60. When the market retested that, had a nice drop. And then you could see there was a break and retest level right here. Even as of recently, right here at 687.50, and then it retested, market had a nice drop, right? 687.50 cracked, retested, market had a nice drop, right? So you get the point. So we have a new lower break and retest level at 687. So what you need to understand is the market, when it tests this level, will try to drop first. So if you wanted to, you could attempt to scalp puts in and out against a very bullish trend, but you have to be extremely careful with that idea and get in and out if you're going to try it. And just understand that the market could have a very strong bullish overall closing day. But I do want to be clear in terms of like laser scalping. It's very, very likely before the SPY pushes higher that it tries to drop first at this level. So, for those of you like making trades against the trend, very, very in and out, perfect timing, perfect prices, just get in, get out. This could be your opportunity to do so, right? And then in terms of your best level, it's still going to be up here, which has not been tested yet, which is going to be towards this break and retest of 692 and also a lot of resistance at 695, a nice break and retest at 695 to 696, right? Those would be your absolute best levels for puts. So heading into tomorrow, we have three levels for puts. It's going to be 696 to 695, also 692. And for a quick laser scalp, 687. Just to understand what 687, the market can push hell of a lot higher than 687. This can go to 691 if we're holding above 684, right? Now, if the market drops at 687 first, that's normal. Here's what you can look for. If the market drops at 687, look for a higher floor at the previous day highs. If you're seeing 686 react to support, especially if it dropped from 687 first, you're going to want to be buying calls, right? So if you see this buy go to 687 and then it drops and it pulls back and you see it's forming higher support, it's maintaining in this channel right here, that is going to be actually your strongest signal to be buying calls, right? So keep in mind if you're trying to capture a falling knife at 684.50, make sure you're using the best trend reversal confirmations, you know? And even more ideally, it would be if it pushed higher. If this ripped even higher throughout extended hours and then dropped all the way back down to 684.50, it would be much more ideal to be buying it, just speaking in terms of like extra added on confirmation, or even if you weren't using confirmation. The higher SPY goes, the better it is to buy once it drops down to 684.50. If it's not going too much higher and it comes back down here, you need the best confirmations possible to take advantage of that bullish idea, right? And like I said, one of the easiest ways to trade calls is if SPY goes above 687, just literally get in at 684.50. And also, if SPY goes to 687 and you see it forming higher support, just literally take a trade at 686. If it's reacting bullish here, you take a trade and you hold the trade. And then if it drops down to here, you also take a trade at 684.50. You hold both and they're going to fucking print and you add to the winners and you set profit stops so you don't flip green to red. So that's what you need to do. I would say one of the easiest ideas for calls, if you actually want to fucking win, and just speaking in terms of like, you need to use confirmations, but speaking in terms of like if we're not using confirmations, or like what's the best trades to just kind of get in at? Like what are the best ones that have the highest success rate, right? With or without confirmations. We obviously use confirmations, but what I would say is the higher this goes, the better the buy at 684.50, right? If it's not breaking out, then you really need to be meticulous and use the best confirmations at 684.50 instead of just blindly going into it. Now, one of the easiest trade ideas, like I said, if we're getting a strong breakout, just literally buy at 684.50. And also, if we're getting a strong breakout to 687, if you see it reacting bullish at 686, buy the break and retest. 686 is the breakout. This is the resistance. If it touches 687 and it drops a point, that's normal. That's the retest. And it starts to form higher support, starts to climb back up, get in on calls, right? If SPY hits 687, drops, forms support or forms higher support towards 686, and it reacts bullish, buy the dip. If it starts to climb back up after reacting bullish, buy the breakout, right? Your final levels for calls are going to be 688. I think that's going to be our final one. It's going to be 688. And make sure you're using these during extended hours as well. So let's see, is 688 going to be the final one? Yeah, so that's my final recommendation. Let's see. We'll no, yeah, we're gonna keep it at that. We're gonna keep it at that. 688 and six. Okay, so 689. That's it. Okay, so listen to this. This is very clearly. Look, if someone were a beginner, this is what I would tell them to do. If the market had a massive breakout, just kind of look to get in at 684.50, right? If the market hits 687 and it reacted bullish at 686, get in on the dip. Buy the dip. If the market started breaking out after reacting bullish, after forming higher support, get in up towards that 687, right? If the market starts breaking above 687 after forming the higher support, after reacting bullish, right? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying if it drops towards 687 first and then forms higher support and reacts bullish, then you get in. I'm not telling you to just instantly fucking get in on a clean break of 687. That's not what I'm saying. I'm telling you first, ideally a pullback first at 687, small little pullback, right? If it reacts bullish, get in. And then once it reacts bullish, breaking out and retesting, right, from a small drop at 687, forming some higher support, then get in on the clean break of the double top. Just get in. Just get in on a clean break after it proves itself, forms some higher supports. There's other game plans where I give you clean break opportunities, which means you literally just get in as soon as it hits the level. And what I would say is this, for this situation is, I would say that ideally 687, we pull back first. If it reacts bullish, you buy the dip at a lower price on a break and retest. If it climbs back up to 687 after that, then get in on the clean break second time. See? Different. Game plan shift. Things are different this time, right? And then after that, if it goes to 688, you can try to get in on a clean break. That I would approve because the market's been forming higher support in that situation. It's been reacting bullish. It's been holding, so it's likely going to break out, right? If you want to play even more safe, you could just, wait for a little pullback at 688. If it reacts bullish, just get in, clean break again above 688. But at that point, it's already proven itself. So then once it's kind of already proven itself, just get in on a clean break above 688, right? And then your final break and retest level for calls is 689, right? So all you're looking for in terms of the market is just to be forming higher floors at these resistance levels, 687 is a resistance, right? So if it pulls back, that's normal. If it starts to form higher support, buy the dip. If it starts to break above 687 after forming the higher support, buy the breakout. And then just keep doing the same thing. Do it at 688. 688, market has a small drop, starts to form higher support, buy the dip. Starts to break above 688 after forming the higher support, buy the breakout. And then the last time to do that, right? Because I don't want you chasing calls at the fucking oblivion. I want you to also be buying puts at the exact lows when SPY's at the exact fucking peak, making money both fucking ways. 689 to 688, right? SPY goes to 689, small little drop towards 688, starts to form higher support, buy the dip, starts to break above 689, buy the breakout. So I just gave you 2, 4, 6 opportunities on fucking calls. And for the clean breakout, if this just goes above 688, you can just get in on a clean break at 688. I would say our middle level is going to be very, very nice and meticulous towards 688. You can just kind of potentially look to get in on a clean breakout, but just be a little cautious, man, because this was a break and retest level, had a very nice pullback, came back up, retested, started to sell off. That's why I'm saying at 687, it will try to drop as well. And 688, very, very strong resistance. But look, man, that's what you need to do. You need to use the break and retest levels at for calls with bullish 30-minute candlestick confirmations, dip buying opportunities, and also breakout opportunities, clean breakout opportunities after the dip has proved itself and starts to bounce back up. So the levels you do that are at 686, 686, above 687 after 686 has proven itself, 688 and 689. And you don't do it above that. And then in terms of max profit targets heading into tomorrow, if the SPY holds 683, our max profit targets are going to be right here. 690, 691 to 692. Absolute highest, which would be very unusual, is 695, right? And then your levels for puts, like I said, you could try a quick scalp on 687 first. You could try a quick scalp at 692, and you could try a quick scalp at 695 to 696. Now, let's get into the second game plan, right? So in terms of the second game plan, the second game plan is if SPY has a break of trend, if it's starting to gap down, if it's starting to react bearish. So I'm still kind of sticking with that thesis. Like I told you, heading into this week, um, I was looking for my main focus was calls it oversold opportunities and just only puts it overbought levels. So right now, in terms of the overall chart, and I'm sticking with my thesis and I'm sticking with my game plan. Based off the weekly chart, it signals bullish. Based off the daily chart, it signals bullish. Based off of all my information, the best thing we could do is focus on calls at our oversold levels and puts at the overbought levels. So heading into tomorrow, I'm swaying away from the puts for the most part, unless you could try a quick scalp at 687 if you like, completely fine. Just know what you're getting into and still focus on the calls, right? If you try to scalp on puts against the trend and you know the trend is overall bullish, you should not go green to red on there. You should not be red. You should be taking full capitalization of the overall bullish trend. You try a quick scalp against it if you like, right? If you choose to do that. So, anyways, for puts, quick scalp at 687, 692, 695, 696. That's it for puts, right? So if there is a break of trend, if the market reacts bearish, this is what's going to potentially happen. I'm not really interested or recommending puts at these levels. I will recommend calls at a lower oversold level. So let's discuss this. This is the least likely outcome. This is everything I'm swaying away from, right? So since I'm already swaying away from this heading into tomorrow, my sole focus is going to be to determine if there's a break of trend or not, and to determine if my bullish thesis is going to work out, meaning SPY's reacting how I want it to react. As traders, you have to have the perfect picture, the perfect frame, and when the market is beginning to react and confirm, and your frequency is in alignment with the reactions, with the confirmations, you get in on that. If it's not reacting and confirming how the way you want it to, you wait for the next best play. And in terms of that next best play for me, I'm staying away from puts at this lower middle channel, and I will wait for an oversold dip buying opportunities for calls, right? Early into this week, it was very, very strategic of me to sway away from puts at our lower levels. Literally, the only zone I gave you for puts was at 688 and above, and that was the exact peak. And I'm standing by that overall situation, but I'm not going to be blindly going into anything, right? So let's get into this. So, in terms of puts, in terms of just break of trend, what do we need to discuss in terms of the best level for calls and where price action is overall headed and where the price ladder is, right? I'll give you the price ladder. It's just I'm not interested in trading this from a put standpoint. I'd much rather just wait for an oversold dip buying opportunity for calls because even if the market does drop and there is a break of trend heading into tomorrow, it is likely going to have a strong bounce and recover. And just looking at how the chart is mapped up with the most likely outcomes in the weekly and daily chart patterns, the most difficult way to make money is going to be buying put options in between the channel, which is where we currently at, or the worst thing you do at the lower part of the channel, which is where we're buying oversold calls if the market reacts bearish, right? So I want to make that very, very clear. I'm giving you the easiest beginner information to make money to print. So easy, so simple, where if you're red with this information, you should not be trading. If people can't go green with the shit I'm putting out, then there's just fucking shit. They should not be fucking trading, dude. It doesn't get more easier, more simpler than this. There's no other fucking channel in history of this fucking planet that's going to break it down this simple, this accurate every single fucking time that it's posted. It's very, very strategic on how I post and how I show up with my presence. It's not by accident that sometimes I'm not posting every single fucking day because I have a system that works and I want to show up when my system is in full alignment. I don't want to show up when the market is complete fucking shit. It's a waste of my time unless I'm just teaching people, okay, this is what shit looks like, so we're not going to do any fucking thing. But my time is just more is more than that. I'm not interested in that unless it's just some educational shit showing people that what shit looks like and why we're not trading shit. Dude, I want to show up and give people the absolute best, and that's it. That's fucking it. They're gonna see the difference. This channel gives you the presence, gives you the best information. Other channels, oh, it's every day, it's every day. We do this, we do that, chaos, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. We have a system that works. We show up when our system is in alignment with what we fucking do. Otherwise, we're just showing people this is what shit looks like. And if you guys want, you could trade the shit or you could just sit out, it's just educational from there. But dude, we're traders. We trade 24 fucking 7. We're here to trade. If I'm not posting a video, we're winning. We're winning 24 fucking 7 in our fucking group. Like, fuck. I'm posted a video like this whole fucking week almost. That's I didn't show you guys like the 20 plus wins we had in the group. I didn't post it. We're too busy fucking winning in the group 24 fucking 7 with all this fucking game plans. So this is the plan. What you need to understand is we have very strong bounce zones. 684.50, very strong bounce zone. You know, market's already gapping up. Bears already fucked to oblivion. This futures trade at 687 can pan out first, where the market drops to a futures session at 687 first before pushing higher. Keep that in mind. 683.50, very strong level for dude. We're fucking cracked, man. So look, let's see. What would be the oversold level for calls, right? So if the market goes below 684.50, we drop to 683. 683 is a very strong level, but you need the best confirmations at that level for calls. Now below that, I would say 600 and this is very prime, 679 to 680. That'd be your absolute best call zone. So we will be eyeing 679 to 680 if the market's reacting bearish, also eyeing 683. Remember, if the market's above 683, it's overall bullish. And you need to be focusing on break and retest opportunities and bullish confirmations at 683, 684.50, 686, 687, 688, 689 on the fucking dot. Do you understand? We're going to print so much money heading into tomorrow. I'm the guy who's going to fucking confirm if this is going to happen. You see this weekly chart? You don't know what my responsibility as a trader is? My responsibility is to confirm if this is going to happen. You see this red candle right here? Look at this red candle. Look at the next week. Massive bullish breakout, strong closing week. Oh, look, the same fucking thing's happening. Would you look at that? The same thing is happening. Everything I fucking said came true. Not what they said, not what he said, not what she said, not what I said. Everything I fucking said came fucking true. And it's my job to continue to trade the game plans, to trade the price ladder, to use the proper confirmations, to confirm the shit to an exact fucking T, to show people we have a system that prints, that works. We show up in presence, we capture and confirm this in real fucking time to show people, if trading's for you or not. If it's that simple, if it's that fucking easy, if it works that fucking well, if people can't make money with the shit, then maybe trading's not for fucking you. It's not like this super fucking advanced or super fucking complex. I mean, options, that's a whole nother fucking realm, a whole nother fucking level to be trading options. It doesn't get more tough, more complex, more unique than fucking options trading, which is what the fuck we mastered. So heading into tomorrow, this would be my preference, and this is going to be my responsibility to determine and confirm if this is going to happen. We get this strong bullish closing week, where SPY really starts to go to that 692, and it could be hell of a lot. It could, if we get a crazy fucking close, it's going to be 690 fucking fives, dude. Last time this shit went, let's see what it do last time. 66150 to 68360. 22 fucking points from the lows. 675 is the low. Bro, this shit could go to 695. I bet you most traders have no fucking clue what it is that I'm fucking showing you. And why is that? Why aren't they looking this? Because all the SPY has to do is hold the previous closing price, start to break above 687 for this crazy bullish overall week where the bears get squeezed into fucking oblivion just like they did earlier this week. You really have to ask yourself, why come people aren't showing you this? Why come you aren't seeing the market like this? Because this is how I fucking see it. It's not going to play out like that all the fucking time, but you know what? It doesn't have to. Because I confirm when it's actually going to fucking work. You have to see all sides of the spectrum and be able to identify the most likely fucking outcome, man. So look, I'm the fucking glitch. This is the money-making system. This would be my personal preference because it's going to be the easiest way to trade, and there's going to be several dip buy and call opportunities, and there's going to be a fuck ton of money to make. We're talking about last time this happened, a 20-point bounce from the lows. The low this week is at 670 fucking 5. Right now we're in the middle at 680 fucking 5. We're talking 10 points of fucking upside if the market holds 680 fucking 3 tomorrow, and we're already gapping the fuck up. That's what I would prefer to happen. And then if not, I'm just going to be looking for call options at our oversold levels. I'll give you a ladder. It's just I'm really not too interested in any of this fucking shit because the weekly chart's in alignment, the daily chart's in alignment, the 10-day 30-minute chart's in alignment, every fucking thing's in alignment, which is why I'm not interested in the other side. But yes, I understand I have to, as a trader, react accordingly. And if that's not repeating, if that's not happening, if I'm not getting the confirmations of what the fuck I'm seeing, then I'll just sit on the fucking sidelines and I'll wait to strike calls at an oversold level because the daily chart pattern is signaling that even if the market did flip bearish, there's going to be a great oversold dip buying opportunity. I don't think it's going to fall off a fucking cliff. I think it's going to recover, so it would just be calls at our lower levels, right? So I'll be keeping a very close eye on that 679 range. That's fucking prime. Um, but yeah, that's really what I got to fucking say. I mean, that's the fucking game plan, man. That's it. It's gonna be my job, dude. We're gonna make bro. People are fucking asleep. They don't see this. People don't see like, bro. Can you imagine not fucking seeing this? Look at this weekly chart pattern. This is this right here, and we're at a break and a retest, a higher fucking floor, dude. Look at this shit, man. It's just a matter of fucking time. Look at the highs of this shit right here. Oh my gosh, man. Look at this. That's 675. We had a strong breakout to new all-time highs. We came back down. Look at this. All of these weekly wicks. Look at all these weekly fucking floors, man. Floor, floor, floor. Dude, it keeps on forming all these bullish fucking wicks at this strong break and retest level. Last time this happened, skyrocketed straight to fucking 683 to 688. Last time this shit happened, SPY had a 20-point bounce in a single fucking week. And 675 was the low of this fucking week. It's only a matter of fucking time. Look at how massive the moves are. Look at how massive move here, massive move here. You can see the move wasn't as big here, right? Not every single week is going to be a massive week. If it's not this week for this massive 10-point fucking move, then it's going to be next week, and we'll be watching to confirm that. Dude, we're going to fucking, it's just so easy. It really is. Like, if this shit's going below 683, we're just chilling. We're just like, dude, the market's shit. The market's trash. We're looking for an oversold dip buying opportunity. We don't want puts, even though there will be a put opportunity. We're swaying away from it. If the market had a massive gap down below 684.50, then that would be my level of interest to buy puts. If it gapped down below 6 fucking 80, you know, which is the least likely fucking thing to happen. But if it did it, then I would show a little interest in puts at 684.50, and I would remain mainly focused on my opportunity for calls at the oversold levels. But we do have to be a little bit more careful on that because it's gonna. I would say it's gonna be a lot harder to get in towards the exact lows on a bearish trend day, but it should recover, which is key, right? But we're still gonna fucking crush it regardless. It's just, dude, I want the easy fucking money, and I know how to determine and confirm that shit. I also know how to determine and confirm if it's not going to be the easy fucking money. I'm well aware it's going to be a lot more difficult to be trading if the market's not gapping up, if we're not holding above 683, right? I'm aware of all that. Nothing fucking crazy is going to fucking happen. We're still going to be fucking green. But dude, this big 10-point fucking breakout move I'm talking about, if we're just holding above 683, I'm going to milk every fucking level to the exact fucking T, man. My fucking gosh. If someone is fucking red, they need to quit. This shit is just not for you. Trading is not for you. You will not find another trader, another group who's giving you this accurate of information that prints 24 fucking 7. So that's the game plan. In terms of the ladder, and by the way, tonight, where you need to be trading futures because the market's expected to have the big move. If it's not happening today, then it's fucking happening next week. Um, but anyways, man, just to give you the quick ladder, if we go below 683, we drop to 679, 688, looking for calls if it reacts bullish there. And then if we go below that, 676, um, I really don't even feel the need to say anything below that. But if it does go below 676, I would just automatically buy calls at 671. That would be the next fucking level. The best level to buy calls if the market reacted bearish would be 671 to 673 zone right here. 671 to 673 zone would be one of the absolute best. This is just if that crazy bullish move I was talking about ended up being bearish, which is the least likely fucking thing to happen. Market's already gapping up, everything's already reacting bullish, right? The exact low, if shit hit the fan, it was one of those one out of 100 days, fucking 10 points below 675 towards 660. I want to see what is, yeah, 600. Is this? Oh, yeah. Bro, if this shit went to 665, oh my gosh, I'd go so fucking heavy on calls. When this shit drops back to 666, if the market flips super fucking bearish, 666. So our levels we're eyeing for calls, if the market reacts very bearish, 666 671, 679 to 680. Those would mainly be it, right? That's just if shit went super fucking crazy. If it doesn't go super fucking crazy, we're really keeping our eyes on that 679, 680, right? So that's your overall ladder. If one of the levels that I've given you throughout this entire video reacts bullish, we go up to the next level. If one of the levels I've given you reacts bearish, we go down to the next level, right? So use the 30-minute chart, use the confirmations, wait for the perfect story, for the perfect picture to be in full alignment to be trading, man. This is what you got to do. In terms of how the 30-minute chart is setting up, right now it's forming a V at some higher support. Last time it did this, started forming this V at some higher support, had the massive breakout, just kept on running a break and retest, right? Formed a little V right here, massive breakout and retest, right? So if we're gapping up, you need to be looking for strong breakouts. So let's say SPY, goes 1.5 to 3 points above a resistance level, right? SPY has a little resistance level. It goes 1.5 to 3 points above. If it drops back down to that previous resistance, you need to be targeting fucking calls, right? At that level. And those levels are likely going to be at or very, very close to the levels that I've given you. So that's the fucking game plan. If you are red, you did not fucking listen. If you did not fucking listen, I don't know why the fuck you're watching these fucking videos. This is not fucking entertainment. This is money. This is money 24 fucking 7, right? In terms of all the fucking trades, dude, we're winning 24 fucking 7. When we're not posting, we're winning. When there's not a game plan, we're winning. That's what you guys need to understand. Inside of our group, we are winning non fucking stop. It's unlimited fucking winning. So much fucking winning where we don't want to recap all this shit, dude. We win every single fucking day. Some days we have dozens of fucking wins. We trade. We show up. We trade. We give you guys a game plan. You make money with the game plan. You join the group for fucking free with all the fucking profit you made with the fucking game plan. Reinvest, get better trades, get better information. Get the fucking best fucking trades in the fucking planet. The best real-time zero-day option trading alert system, right? So just to show you, I'll quickly show you, some of what was done. So February 18th, I'm just going to quickly go over this, man. There's just so much winning and so much trades. It's like, if you want to be in here and experience this shit, you got to be in the fucking group. I'm not going to sit here and recap every little fucking thing. It's like, dude, this shit, like, it's a lot of fucking days. All right. So just know we're winning nonstop. Whether we post or not, we're winning. That's what we do. We trade. We trade non-fucking stop. So February 18th. February 18th, as you can see, we started the day with a win, 689 SPY calls for 49 cents. And this shit went straight to 120 cents, right? So 150% profit return on that. Nice 100% plus return on that. Start the day green, right? Losing is a personal choice. 2:32 p.m. 685 SPY puts for 45 cents. Add. 136 cents, right? 300% profit return there. 300%. Speed of fucking light. So that's 2 trades. You're up 400 fucking percent. Right? And then after that, there was a red trade. Doesn't matter because you're already up 400%. If you flip green to red and you're up 400%, don't trade. It means you're a degenerate gambler. And it means you risk all your profits to try to make more profits. It means you're a fucking degenerate, right? If you don't know how to manage your money, if you don't know, how to manage your risk, then trading's not for you, right? If you just want to keep on scaling up in size as you keep on winning and winning throughout the day and give it all back, then you should probably quit because trading's not for fucking you. Maybe you should go to a fucking casino and just put it all on fucking red. So, the most you risk if you choose to keep on trading is 25 to 50% of your profits. You decide and you manage on how you risk that, right? If your account is small, you're gonna have to trade less, right? If your account is big, you can make a fuck ton more trades. Just risk less each trade, right? The smaller your account is, the less trades you can keep on making without risking more and more of your profits. The bigger your account is, the more you can keep on scaling down and keep on fucking trading without risking a lot of profits to make a fuck ton more. And then the next trade, 6880 SPX calls for 175 cents. The shit went right to 1,000, right? So while there was some amazing people commenting on my video, wondering why we didn't post all of our wins, this is what we were doing. We were making 1000% returns while you were typing in a fucking comment section instead of not being in our group printing 1000 fucking percent, instead of not using our game plans to buy calls to the exact fucking lows. If you're a cynic, if you're a skeptic, if you're not a fucking action taker, get the fuck off the channel. We are looking for motherfuckers who trade, who print, right? There would be no questions to be asked if you just used the fucking game plans and printed before you got in the fucking group, and then you'd be fucking amazed on what the fuck we do with our fucking game plans, dude. This is what we do. 684 SPY puts for 64 cents. That's a loss. It expires worthless. It goes to 0. You put in your max risk per trade into the trades. The most you lose is what you put in, right? What the fuck does a loss matter? 100% loss when you have 1000% win right after that. And then before the loss, you had 2 wins of 400% wins, dude. There's nobody. Do you understand? There's fucking nobody, dude. By the time someone posts a fucking comment, by the time someone is cynical, skeptical, whatever the fuck, by the time someone has some shit to say, we already have a dozen more fucking wins. And then by the time the day is over, there's a fucking game plan. And then there's, oh, do I even want to talk about all the fucking wins we had? Dude, do you understand? We just win. This is what we do. This is our normal. When we're not posting, we're posting. This is what we fucking do. We're doing this every single fucking day. We are winning. So, that's what the fuck we do. We do that shit every single day. That's normal for us. It's not normal for other fucking groups. It's normal for us. This is our lane. This is our realm. Nobody's on our level of fucking options trading. Nobody's been trading options as long as fucking us. We've been doing this shit for fucking 2 decades. 2 fucking decades. 2 fucking decades. I've nearly been in this game for 2 fucking decades nearly. Look at this shit, man. 6880 SPX calls for 175. Shit goes straight to 1,000. Out at a fucking 1,000. 175, nearly the cost of our monthly subscription, flipped into $1,000 profit. And people wonder, and some people wonder why the people who join our group never fucking leave. Because the ROI is fucking insane. You will not find higher win rates, bigger percentage gains than our fucking trades. You will not find a more accurate educational fucking system. Why do you think I'm not posting every single fucking day? If I were to post every single fucking day, you want to know what I'd be posting? I would be like this. Okay, guys, this is why the market's shit. This is why you shouldn't trade, right? Because I'm aware most people watching my fucking videos, they're not on our fucking level. So what I want to do is I want to give them the absolute best, something so simple, so easy, so beginner, where they can make fucking money on. They'll be laughing their fucking asses off on how fucking easy it is to fucking trade with my system, with my blueprints, with the shit that I put out. And I have many more than this, but this is what I give, and it should fucking print, if you fucking use it. So that's 3 for 4. That is a fuck ton of winning over fucking 1,000% in gains with a 75% success rate. The win rate does not fucking matter because the gains are always bigger than the losses. Most you lose is 100%, your max risk per trade. Most you win is unlimited percent, sometimes 1,000 to 2,000% gains. Every single week we have 1 to 2 1,000% wins. Losses are fucking small. It doesn't fucking tickle the fucking wins. Our losses are so fucking small. It doesn't even touch our wins. Sometimes we think our losses were like a commission or something. We were like, dude, did we even lose? Our account barely dropped. Was that even a loss? We just had like 2 massive wins and then there was a loss in between, but then we just had 1,000% win after that. Did we even have a loss? Was there a loss even fucking in there? What L? What loss? Like, dude, we don't fucking lose. Even when we fucking lose, we're fucking winning. The fuck? We had to have 100% loss to make 1,000% win. If we didn't have that 100% loss, there wouldn't have been 1,000% fucking win. It's a numbers game. Next fucking day. 689 SPY calls at 41 cents. Yes, 41 fucking cents. PCP, spike, in the money, gap fill strategy to fill the fucking gap. Surely enough, it fucking works. Everything fucking works, dude. Look at this. 41 cents to 60 cents. That's 50 fucking percent. Set profit stops, never go green or red. When you're up 10% plus, you should be setting profit stops. You need to be setting profit stops in this market because the market is targeting stop losses. You need to have profit stops set. Why all the degenerates set their stop losses, you set your profit stop and you get stopped out for profit. And you put in your max risk for trade into far out of money 0 date options and you hold them. And you're going to see 7 out of 10 times they come back to life and they go green, even if they drop 50%, because we trade the overall trend. And we do go far out of the money, but not far out enough to where it's not going to go deep in the money if we're right about the trend because we measure the moves accurately and the price profit targets accurately. 688 calls for 58 cents, 67 cents. 679 puts for 35 cents, 51 cents. This was a red trade after 3 smaller wins. 6860 SPX calls for 170 cents. This one went to 210, another small win. So in terms of today, it wasn't GWAR's brightest day, but the day before that was fucking amazing. And all the days before that were fucking insanely fucking amazing. So yeah, you get the point, man. It's unlimited winning, it's unlimited fucking printing. In terms of my trades this week, it's been an absolute fucking gold mine. Anyone who's been paying attention to my trades this week is well aware that whenever I gotten in on a trade, the calls have instantly spiked, meaning I bottom ticked the calls. I bought the calls at the exact, precise, perfect timing. A bottom tick means as soon as you buy it, you got it at the exact low and has a move in your favor. It doesn't mean that it keeps on going in your fucking favor. Sometimes it goes lower if you keep on holding. Sometimes it goes higher if you keep on holding. But the point is, every single fucking trade on fucking calls that I made this fucking week, I bottom ticked calls. That's exactly what the fuck I did. Look at this, man. This was February 17. 684 SPX puts for 175. Shit went to 310 in the fucking money. Look at this, man. 685 SPY calls for 56 cents. Add. Shit went to 80 cents. These are all the wins, all the gains. Non-stop 684 SPY calls for 45 cents. Shit went to 111 cents. Dude, do you see how much fucking wins there is this fucking week? Go and watch my fucking game plan and count the amount of wins you could have had if you listen to that fucking game plan. 684 SPY calls for 40 cents. Shit went to 60 cents. Dude, nobody's winning this much. 672 SPY puts for 47 cents. Shit went to fucking 100 cents. Real time documented track record, years and years and years. Fucking everyone fucking 686 SPY calls for 50 cents. Shit went to 80 cents. So you get it, man. Those are all the fucking wins. Now look, let me show you my wins. In terms of my wins, every single trade that I made this week was a win. Every single trade that I made this week was a literally fucking bottom tick. Literally every single fucking one. So these are all the trades that I made this week. Let's get into this. So, in terms of the trades, we had ES. I ended up buying ES at 6836, right? So let's take a look at ES. Let's go to ES right here. You guys are well aware that I trade futures as well. So if we go to fucking ES, right, you're gonna fucking see, let's go to February 17th, right? So we go to February 17th. I ended up getting in. We'll see where I got in. 8:51 a.m. 8:51 a.m. 6836, right? 8:51 a.m. 6836. So I got in right here. I got in towards the fucking lows of this shit. Towards the fucking lows, right? I literally got in towards the fucking lows. As you can see, 8:51 a.m. on February 17th, right? You go to February 17th right here, and you go to 8:51 right here. So look, this is where I'm getting in. Let me show you this, man. I'm getting in towards exact lows. Look at this. Right here. I'm getting in right around here. This is where I'm getting in. Right around fucking here. Look at this shit. It goes straight up to 6883. That's a 50-point fucking move. Later on into the week, it goes to 6892. So I followed my game plan. I bought ES and it went 50 fucking points at the speed of light. I sold for a 40-point plus profit move on that. I fucking killed it. That was my first trade of the week using my fucking game plan. That's what I did. I bought fucking ES. Shit went up 40 points instantly. I got the fuck out. I fucking banked. Now, in terms of what else I fucking did, besides getting on that clean breakout for a 40-point plus fucking move on a ES, this was my first options trade directly at the market open, 9:30 a.m., 682 SPY calls, you know. I sold this at 240 cents. So as you can see in terms of this channel, if you're not in the group, there is a delay. You guys missed out on a fuck ton of wins. All the wins in here are real time. Everything in here is posted real time. It's all documented track record, years and years and years. But you guys are just seeing this now. You're just seeing all the wins that you guys missed out. Like we get, like, dude, I could give a fuck up, like, to show this, like, you motherfuckers need to join the group and see this shit for yourself, dude. Like the amount of fucking wins, like it's just nonstop winning. 682 SPY calls for 167 cents, sold it at 240. Trade before that, ES, 6836 went up fucking 40 points at the speed of fucking light. That's two massive wins. So two massive wins, all going long, all using my game plans, right? Oh, here we are again. 681 SPY calls at 90 cents. I got in at 1:20 p.m. As soon as I got in, people were holding calls hours. I remember they were holding calls for hours. As soon as I got in, the shit went up 100%. I sold that at 214 cents 9 minutes fucking later. So yeah, that's my third massive fucking win on February 17th. Made some swing trades. For those of you who want to put some money aside into some swing trades, you can make a fuck ton on these. For those of you who have some money to play with, got multi six fucking figures on those. And 688 calls, 102 cents. This was yesterday. So as you can see, I waited for my next trades. Very, very strategic on how I move with these game plans. 688 calls. Put it this way, it's not by fucking accident that I posted a game plan for fucking today. This shit is nothing to fucking do if we're winning or we're fucking losing. If you want to see what the fuck we're doing, join the fucking group and win 24 fucking 7. This shit is a fucking system. And my system makes people money 24 fucking 7. So I show up when the play is there. If the play's there, I'm showing up. If there's no fucking play, there's nothing to be said. Unless I'm just teaching people what shit looks like and why we're not trading fucking shit. Me personally, I would rather fucking do whatever the fuck I want to do instead of like teaching people what not to fucking do. Even if I taught that, it doesn't need to be taught 24 fucking 7. I could just show them like once or twice and they fucking get it. Like, but it does get more complex and more complicated but this isn't like fully 100% like educational nonstop, stop. We trade, we win, we print, you fucking get it. 688 calls, 102 cents, sold at 143. Another massive fucking win, right? 688 calls for 57 cents. This one up 30%. 687 calls at 93 cents. This one up 30%. In terms of today, had one trade, bought calls towards the exact excuse me, not today. This was day before. 684 calls at 104 cents, timed it perfectly, sold at 160 cents. So yeah, you're just not gonna find people like this winning non-fucking stop on options all fucking day, all fucking week. Not a single fucking L. 684 calls. This was yesterday, 684 calls at 82 fucking cents. Sold at 100 cents. Fucking dude, the amount of fucking wins I've had. This shit needs to be fucking studied. 683 calls at 99 cents. It dropped to 80 cents. A lot of people were sad that this was the one trade that I didn't bottom tick this week. So I decided to add to it. And when I added to it at 83 cents, it was the exact bottom. And then I decided to sell for a nice win at 121 cents. And that was my only trade for the day because I'm very strategic on how I do things. Sometimes there's 3 trades, sometimes there's 1 trade, some days there's no trades for me. I'm very strategic. It's not by accident that I'm showing up with these fucking game plans and they're working like to a fucking exact fucking T. This shit's not by fucking accident that I post a fucking game plan. And then with my game plan, this is what I fucking do. I don't know what the fuck you guys did, but this is what the fuck I do. I don't know what the fuck you guys did because I looked at the comments and I saw like people were talking about like uh, can you post your trades, post your win? I'm like, well, what the fuck did you guys do? Like, if you want to see our shit, it's in the fucking group. Like, fucking A, man. If you want to see the best game plans, you get the best game right in this channel. Boom. It's like, dude, this is what the fuck I did. This is what I did with my shit. Like, I posted the game plan. That's all the winning that I did. Like, non fucking stop. Like, nobody's winning or printing this fucking much. Like, this group can't be stopped. Nobody can fucking stop us. Nobody can shut this shit down. It just keeps on fucking winning, keeps on fucking printing 24 fucking 7. This has been going on for years and years and years. I posted a game plan. I bought ES at 6,836. The market wasn't even open for the option traders. I'm in on ES at 6,836. This shit went up 50 fucking points at the speed of light. And then as soon as the market opens, I buy 682 calls in my game plan. Shit went up at the speed of fucking light. That's what I'm fucking doing with my fucking game plan. And then this is what G War's fucking doing with the curriculum, with the game plans and his game plans too. He posts his game plans here. Key levels to go long, key levels to go short, real time 0 day option trade alert system. Dude, it's endless fucking winning. Look, if you guys want to do this, look, 682 spy puts for 35 cents. Add. We add to the winners to double to triple the gains. Look, shit goes to 150 cents, 170 cents. 170 cents. If you want to do this, if you want to buy fucking here and sell fucking here, I suggest you join this fucking group. It's the best group on the planet. You ain't gonna find another group trading this much, winning this much, printing this much, giving you the best information, best fucking game plans, dude. I put everything on it. Household fucking name, put everything fucking on it. Use my game plans, make money. If you want the best trade alert system, use some of your fucking profit to gain access to the system, make more money. You win, we win as a business. Everybody fucking wins. That's fucking business. Our business gives you the opportunity to use your skills, to use your self sufficiency, to use our levels, to use our game plans, to use our curriculum for your fucking self and see that this shit works for yourself. And then when you profit, you can use a small percentage of those profits to join our group if you like to get the best trades in a market, to see what we do with our levels, to see the best far out of the money 0 day option trades in the fucking game, the cheapest, lowest risk options trades with the biggest upside potential and the highest win rate in the game doing it. Dude, tomorrow's going to be such an easy day to make money. If you guys aren't going into this weekend with such a massive green day, you are genuinely fucking up. Dude, I choose to win every single day. Do you know how much sacrifice and how much I've had to leave behind at times within my life to keep on fucking winning, dude? I literally I left my hometown. I absolutely love that place. I had to leave. Why'd I have to leave? Because there's certain locations that can level you up at the speed of light, that match you in certain environments. Get you to the next fucking level, get you to propel, get you to fucking go up at the speed of fucking light. There's certain frequencies. Part of frequency is location. People are in certain locations for the frequency, for what the place has available to offer, for the people, for the food, for the weather, for the things to do, and the frequency, the fucking environments, dude. I moved out here. I'm winning 20. I'm winning so fucking much. The winning went through the fucking roof. Guys, when you become successful, it gets to a point where if you don't choose your evolution, you actually go down in certain areas. Meaning, if I would have stayed in a certain location like my hometown, which I used to thrive in, I would have actually glowed down. I would have actually lost money trading. I would have actually lost more money trading. I would have actually not done as well trading. I would have been fucking miserable in a place I once thrived. It was fucking amazing. So fucking successful. That's how success works. Success genuinely works where it gets to a point where you have to cut off certain things that once served you in your past. And I'm fucking telling you, I get you guys want to be all self-sufficient and stuff, but you need to gain access to the best fucking trades too. And see this shit for yourself. I mean, you could be as self-sufficient as you want, but you ain't gonna get better trades than this. If that's what you're looking for, the best trades, we got the absolute best fucking trades, man. And I'm telling you, in terms of when you're evolving and when you're becoming successful, it gets to a point in life where you leveled up so much where the things that used to serve you, the things that used to help you, the things that used to help level you up are now holding you back. And that has to do with, people you used to associate with. It could also do with certain environments that you used to thrive in. Me, I used to thrive in fucking stillness, quiet hometown. Now I thrive in fucking motion. I need fucking motion. I need shit moving around me. Like, I need the best fucking environment. Dude, I'm telling you guys, frequency is a very real thing, and certain environments give you better frequency. Um, cities can give you frequency. I mean, some of the best trading frequencies for me personally, I found Miami has one of the absolute best frequencies for me when it comes to trading. But other great frequencies could be New York City. There could be, you can research in terms of other frequencies and locations. They literally boost your trading performance. It gets to a point where you become so good at a certain skill, you have to be in a certain location for it to meet your standards, for it to even exceed your standards, for you to level up. It gets to a point where if you don't leave your environment when you're leveling up, you actually stop leveling up. You actually, don't do as well as you should be doing. And you actually might even do worse than you originally did in your environment because you're not choosing your evolution. And that's what you guys have to do. You have to choose your evolution, choose your success, continue to level the fuck up. And as you do that, people you associate with are going to change. Environments you used to love are going to fucking change. It's all going to change. You're going to start different environments, past environments you no longer do, different environments you do, past environments, past people you used to hang out with. Now you got new people you used to hang out with, or now you're just more focused on or focused on yourself, right? I'm telling you, man, once you start to level up and once you start to become successful, your environment and the people around you are going to constantly change non fucking stop. And if you are not fucking choosing that, you're gonna see it at a certain point with certain things. You're gonna see how certain things are holding you back, or you're not choosing like a next stage of evolution, or you're not choosing like a next level up that you could have by being around certain people or by being in a certain location. Like for me personally, dude, if I would have stayed in the same location I was at, I would have been choosing a fucking glow down and my trading would have not been as good. Like it's fucking crazy. Like I literally know if I went back there right now, my trading wouldn't be as good. I'd be making less money. I'd be more fucking miserable because I'm not choosing my evolution and I'm not choosing a certain frequency that I'm fucking operating at. So make sure you guys are choosing your evolution, choosing your success, choosing the right environments, and choosing, you know, um the right people and groups to associate yourselves with, especially when you're already leveling up, especially when you're making more money. It's very important to keep on climbing. And you'll see throughout your evolution that, you know faces are going to change, people are going to change, environments are going to change, it's all going to shift, it's all going to change at the speed of fucking light. And that's just part of the evolution, and it's going to happen at the speed of fucking light. you know People or environments you know for years, boom, changed overnight, gone, new things, bigger things. So anyways, it's the first link down below in the description if you want to trade alongside us. I would say tomorrow's going to be our absolute best trading day of the week. I'm looking forward to it. This game plan is fucking primed. Every person watching this video better be fucking green. If you are not green, this shit is not for you. If someone had a red week this fucking week, this shit is not for you, dude. Everybody's printing. Everybody's fucking green. Guys, do not do this. This is what you don't do. When green to red, over trading. Nope, no, 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 no. No, it's not over trading. It's just being a fucking degenerate. I gotta call it how I see it. This someone said this guy was up like fucking 1900 or some shit. Dude, this guy was probably up like 2000. He flipped red going 1300. Guys, if you ever go green to red, man, look at this fucking broker, dude. This broker is literally mirroring like how much a fucking degenerate this guy was being. Like, I'm feeling empty, so empty. By the way, if your broker is posting shit like this, you're using the wrong fucking broker, dude. Do not trade on a broker who's giving you fucking emojis and all this bullshit. But I do like how they kind of mirrored the situation. It's like, dude, this is fucking pathetic. Do not go green to red. If you go green to red, you're choosing to be a fucking degenerate. This is what people do. We win so much. Fucking degenerates will come in and they'll just keep on taking the same position size, or they'll scale up their position size and they'll try to make the most amount of money on the day. And then one bad trade or two bad trades, and boom, they flip fucking red, not managing the risk. So when you're green, the most you risk is 25 to 50% of your gains. So if you make $200 and you choose to take two more trades, 50 cents multiplied by 100, $50 a contract, one contract, expires worthless and goes to zero each, you risk half your gains. That means you can make two trades because your account and profits were that fucking small. If your account's bigger and your profits are bigger, you can risk fucking more, right? So as you are winning, your position sizes should be going down, not the same, not up. You're not scaling it to fucking infinity the same fucking day, right? We're traders, right? If our day is green, our day ends green, right? We never go green to red. If anything, we go red to green, right? You should never go green to red. You should be going red to green. But if you go green to fucking red, dude, you're a fucking degenerate. If you go green to red and then you're red, it's like, oh my fucking. Imagine that. Okay, I'm green. Now I'm red. Okay, I'm red. I'm still red. Okay, I'm red. Now I'm like, dude, so fucking. This is why, like, people don't. Please don't be a fucking degenerate. You guys know the prices of the contracts. You guys know there's usually like 3 to 5 trades a day. On rare days, there's like 10. Some days there's a lot, right? You know how many trades there's going to be on average. You know the prices of the contracts. You know your account size. Manage your money. Know what you're going to do before you do it. Reset every trade. When you make a new trade, before you make a trade, you should know how much money you're going to put into that trade, how much money you're going to risk. Everything you put into that trade, it's already gone. You're risking it all. It's 100%. You're risking it to go to zero, right? Your max risk per trade, right? So stay green. Don't be a degenerate. If you're up $1,000, don't go risking 1,000 to make another 2,000. Don't be a fucking degenerate. If you're up $1,000, you risk 200 to 300 on the next one. And you can only do that 2 to 3 times. And if you want to make more fucking trades, you got to risk less. The less you risk, the more you can trade. The more you risk, the less you can trade. On average, there's like 3 to 5 trades. On rare days, 8 to 10 trades, right? You know the prices of the contract. You know your account size. Reset every fucking trade. Do not be a fucking degenerate. If you go green to red, you ain't gonna last. You ain't gonna survive. The market's gonna spit you out. It's gonna throw you in the fucking trash. Because you could have the best trades in the world, but if you don't have any risk management, if you don't manage your fucking money, dude, there's no point of trading. There's no point of trading if you can't manage your fucking money, dude. You might as well just go off into a fucking casino and just put it all in fucking slots. There's no fucking point. Trading is trading. If you're going green to red, you're not a fucking trader. It's not because you're over trading. That's not why. That's the lie you're telling yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't be like, oh, I went green to red because I was over trading. No, no, no. You went green to red because you were over risking. You were taking risks too big. If you're up $100 fucking dollars, right? If you're up $200 and the contracts are $50 a piece, most you can risk is half your gains. That means you can only make two trades with one contract each, or one trade with two contracts, right? That's all you can do because that's the profit you made and that's your small account. It is what it fucking is. You decide on how much money you want to start with. It is what it fucking is, man. But dude, if you're going green to red in this group, you are a fucking disgrace. Nobody makes it more easier to make money in this fucking group. And nobody gives you opportunities like this to make this amount of fucking money with a small monthly recurring fee to enter. And nobody gives you the best game plan to make money to see that this shit works before you even join the group to fucking prove it. It's like, dude, if people want fucking proof, I would fucking tell them, well, use my information and make fucking money yourself. And then you decide if you want to print alongside us. If not, then the best to you. But if you want to get the best fucking trades and invest into yourself, and it's also a tax write-off to join our community and get access to the alert system, then by all means join the fucking group. Ain't nobody gonna trade better than us. We're the ones making the game plans. We own the businesses. We have the multimillionaires in our fucking group. We've made the millions in business and trading. We fucking printed. That's all we fucking do is print 24 fucking 7. When we're not posting, we're printing. That's what we're fucking doing. There's no fucking surprise here. So don't be the one guy in the group who goes green to red. You're not over trading. You're just choosing to be a fucking degenerate. Amazing. Green Day, $1,000. Like, dude, this is what everybody's printing, everybody's fucking banking, man. Like, you guys need to get the fuck in here and see this shit for your fucking self, dude. Look at the fucking results. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. Everybody should be like this. Rarely having red days and having green days non fucking stop. and your red day should not be that fucking big. Everyone's shit should look like fucking this. This is what your shit should look like. If you're in this group, you should only have one red day a week. If you trade 5 days out of the week, the absolute worst you should do is one fucking red day. You haven't figured it out yet. If not, and we never have fucking dude. We haven't had red days in 2026 yet. We haven't had one single red day in 2026 yet. We rarely have them, dude. Everyone in our group, they should be green nearly every single day. Absolute worst, I'd say like one red day a week, four green days. Absolute worst. And that's like if you haven't figured this shit, like, dude, everybody should be printing. Everybody should be green. Non fucking stop. Losing is genuinely a personal choice. So don't bullshit yourself and go, oh, it's because I'm over trading. No, no, no. You're not calculating your risk. You're not managing your money. You're not managing your trades. All right? Cut the fucking bullshit. Being a degenerate is a fucking choice. We all have accounts. We all have money. We all fucking trade. Choose to be a trader. Choose to be a fucking winner. Right? Some of you motherfuckers need to be surrounded by winners 24 fucking 7 just to be fucking reminded of how much a fucking winner that you fucking are with all the fucking mirrors going around, dude. Like, you guys need to wake the fuck up and understand that we are winning 24 fucking 7. There's no room to be incompetent. It'll spit you right out. You know? When something's amazing, when you have the holy fucking grail, when you have the pot of fucking gold, when you're winning non fucking stop, losing, when you fucking lose, that shit hits like that. There's no room for fucking mistakes, dude. Fuck that. We win 24 fucking 7. You're not over fucking trading. What you're doing is you're not calculating the risk. You're not saying, okay, this is how much profit I made. The most I can risk is half of that profit. And these are the average prices of the trades. So how many contracts can I buy on each trade? How many trades can I make with X amount of contracts on each trade? And then you do the math, you decide what the fuck you want to do. Don't go bullshitting yourself. Don't bullshit yourself. This group is very fucking real. It'll spit you out the speed of light. It'll show you if trading's for you or not. You know, it's like the environment that I'm living in. This environment, this place that I'm living in, it'll spit you right fucking out. If you come here and you fuck up and you make fucking mistakes, if you're not performing to your highest fucking potential, it'll mirror that back right fucking to you and spit you the fuck out. If you come here as a fucking winner and print non fucking stop, it's gonna be endless winning. Money non-stop. Everything mirroring your fucking winning, dude. That's what I'm saying. Stop bullshitting your fucking self with this whole, oh, green the red over fucking trading. No, you were not over fucking trading. You were choosing to be a degenerate by not saying, okay, this is how much money I'm up. If I choose to keep on trading, not that I have to, this is the most I can risk, half of my profit. So, how do I want to risk half my profit? Do I want to make one trade and risk half my profit? And if the answer is yes, you should do that during the power hour trading session, right? Do I want to make 2 to 3 trades and risk half my profit? And then if the answer is 2 to 3 trades, how many contracts is that? How many contracts do I put in for each trades? The most I risk is what I put into the contracts, right? My max risk per trade. When a trader gets stopped out, they lose. What do they lose? Their R multiple. They lose their R multiple, their max risk per trade, 1%, 2%, 3% of their account, right? When a trade prints, they make multiple R multiples. And what we do is we buy cheap, low risk, far out of the money zero dated options. We sell them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains. We do not add to losers. We do not set stop losses. We trade the trend. When a trade is not timed accurately, we hold it. If it drops 50% plus, it comes back to life and it goes green, it goes in the money, right? We hold our trades. If it doesn't work, it expires worthless, goes to zero. You lose your max risk per trade. Same loss you would have had if you had a stop loss, but we don't set stop losses. We trade zero date options. There's no need for a stop loss. 7 out of 10 times the trades come back to life. We add to winners, which double to triple as gains. We set profit stops, which ensures that we don't go green to red. We move the profit stops up higher to ensure that we don't get back the bulk of our gains. If a trade goes in our favor and we set our profit stop, we got to move it up higher to ensure if the market has a big pullback against us, we're not going to get back the bulk of our gains, right? Dude, everybody talks about setting stop losses. In terms of market conditions, you have to set profit stops. You know, when motherfuckers are getting stopped out, your profit stops are going to be triggered out. You need to be setting profit stops, right? Not setting stop losses, holding the trades when you're down. The most you put in is your max risk per trades. You can hold them to zero. 7 out of 10 times, they're going to come back to life and go green. You don't have to try to predict the 3 out of 10 times they're not going to come green. The wins are going to be bigger than the losses regardless. We're going to add to the winners, and the percentage gains are a lot bigger than the percentage losses. Most you lose is 100% your max risk per trade. Most you make is unlimited profit potential. Every single week, 1 to 2 1,000% wins. We have the highest win rate of the game doing this. And another reason why you set your profit stops is when you add to a winner and you set a profit stop, you're increasing your dollar gains by quickly adding to winners, right? We're making multiple 100% profit returns. We had winners when we're like 10%, 20%. Shit goes straight to 100 sometimes. If it doesn't, we get profit stopped out for a smaller win. But adding to your wins increases the dollar gains, right? Which is also why our losses are so small. So, vast majority of people in our group stay long term. They don't leave. They don't unsubscribe because we print, because we make money, and they know that the analysis and everything we fucking do prints to an exact T. Um, Will's ES callouts are good enough for you to pass the fucking evaluation. There's people who spend fucking thousands of dollars on training on evaluation. My callouts literally pass you the fucking evaluation at the speed of fucking light, dude. Every single future trade I had this year was a win. Every single future trade was a fucking win. And they were 30 to 50 point plus fucking wins, dude. All of my shit prints. We have the best fucking information. We have the best game plans. We have the best fucking system. We have the best fucking business on the fucking planet, man. And you guys need to get involved with this. You need to surround yourself with winners and you need to start fucking winning. So, with that being said, I encourage you to join our group if you are ready to print. And we're going to have an amazing day tomorrow. And we're going to go into this weekend very, very green. And with that being said, man, I'm signing off. I will be in the chat. It's going to be an amazing night. You guys enjoy your night, and we're going to have an amazing training session, and we're going to be watching futures as well. It's going to be an amazing way to finish this week, man. I'm looking forward to it.